24 hours later, the barometer still says 30 inches. It hasn't moved, but the weather is changing because the barometer is dropping in northern New England, so that's tightening up the pressure gradient. And we have a pretty interesting day setting up today. Every time I come out, there's another dog walking by over here. So we have some breaks of blue sky, but it's mostly cloudy, and the breeze certainly has increased. Let's go into the backyard, T-Rex. Less chance of being interrupted by others, and we can hide from the wind. The air is coming from the southwest. Very warm air mass today. A rare trifecta of weather threats issued by the Boston National Weather Service. The thing that sticks right out there to me is the surf advisory, but it's not the happy kind of surf. It's just the mean kind of shore break with the wind rapidly increasing. There's a gale warning for gusts to 35 knots on Buzzards Bay and Nantucket Sound today, including the National Seashore. And there's also a heat advisory and a flood watch. That's mostly for the Berkshires and for Vermont. It's not going to be an overwhelming amount of rain. And the best news, I think, is what's coming out of the Severe Storm Prediction Center. Now, they've had us in the shaded zone for tornado today for a couple of days, but the wording today on the tornado threat has decreased. As a matter of fact, in their forecast discussion, they no longer even use the word tornado. They say widely scattered wind damage reports are possible in southern New England. That is damaging severe storms, but not widespread. They're scattered. And they didn't even use the word tornado. They said low-level veering wind may result in brief isolated rotation. So what that means to me is now we probably will not have a tornado watch, but we probably will have some tornado warnings that probably will not verify. But there are scattered heavy thunderstorms. Look at the radar this morning. It's a really distinct 1,006 millibar low-pressure system right over at Lake Ontario. Now, there's not really that great of a thermal boundary, although I got to admit, 81 to wake up to 81 in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania this morning, that's pretty warm air. So it's almost just a real glorified wave on a warm front that's going to generate today's weather. There's no real good thermal boundary. The thickness is actually going up to 579 today. 579. If it were sunny with a westerly wind, we'd be talking about temperatures near 100. Instead, it's going to be near 90 with a dew point of 75 in southern New England. Real sticky, soupy air. And so today is a day on with the storms, but there's no relief behind it. We're going to have 2 more days of heat and humidity coming in. Tomorrow is a day off from the showers and storms, maybe some isolated scattered showers and storms. And then Saturday is probably the real deal. I think the weather on Saturday is going to be a little worse than today, actually a lot worse for southern New England, because there is upper level energy and a thermal boundary coming over us. And another low pressure system a cyclone, that is a closed low at the surface. Sorry about that. Trying to back out of the wind here, make sure you can hear me. So Saturday is not a very nice day. I think Saturday is going to be the worst day in southern New England. Today's not very fun either. I mean, the wind's out of the southwest 20 to 30, so that kind of ruins the beach day, and the ferry rides across to the islands aren't going to be very enjoyable if they're going at all. And then tomorrow, less wind, nice day, back to beach weather. Down here in Cape Cod, it's pretty nice. It's 76 degrees right now. It's very sticky, but it was pretty pleasant. You'll see in a few minutes the sunset yesterday at Mayflower Beach was packed. And then after the Saturday front, Sunday, probably some lingering showers or storms. Now we have a really cold upper level low settling into southeastern Canada, and there's going to be spokes of energy coming around. So although it's not going to be totally sunny, late Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, we're going to have these afternoon sprinkles, cumulus bubbling up, kind of rainbow type weather with the temperature in the 70s starting on Sunday, lasting to Monday, Tuesday. And a dew point could get down into the 40s. That's dry, refreshing air, almost record cold possible here by Wednesday morning. And then on the backside of those cold highs, you got to watch out. Things can develop in the tropics, and there's something way out there. Charlie Orloff made me look at the GFS 300-hour forecast a couple of days ago, and there was a hurricane running up the East Coast. I really don't pay much attention to that and beyond 240 hours. So the backside of those highs, you do have to watch out for something nasty coming at us late next week. Right now, it looks like a new cold front coming out of central Canada. Situation a little bit like Saturday happening again next Friday with a sharp front and some severe weather possible, and the heat comes back next Thursday, Friday briefly, and then new cooler air from Canada possible again by late next weekend. And that shows in the Boston 14-day. We're going to be just shy of a heat wave, I think. A couple spots did get to 90 yesterday in Hartford and, Windsor Locks, that's BDL, and Manchester, New Hampshire did touch 90 yesterday. So some of us are having a heat wave through Saturday, and then that shut off until about late next week. And as for the hurricane potential, that is still more than 10 days away. And as for the surf advisory today, it's not good. It's a near shore break, and it's not a long period swell. So I don't think many of us are going surfing. However, kiteboarding on Nantucket Sound, I'm going to chase that today. Maybe we'll have some kiteboarding. As for the Enmore today, yesterday I had some turkeys, baby turkeys walk right through the backyard, show you that. And also, what a day at Mayflower Beach. I know, Mayflower has been in the news for some bad news with the young people doing what young people do. On July 4th, it was a terrible day, but they showed up by the thousands. But anyhow, yesterday was the locals, and I got to hang around with some friends that I haven't seen in a long time, and that was really fun. And it was a nice, peaceful day. Everyone enjoyed themselves, and there was no need for any police or anything like that. And the beach was just packed with happy people behaving themselves and getting along and enjoying a just brilliant sunset with the moon up and high in the sky and the smoky sunset. No dogs allowed on that beach, unfortunately. T-Rex, what beach do you want to go to today? All right, enjoy your Thursday. Talk to you again tomorrow. Oh, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Babies that can't fly yet. How's Mama gonna feel about Tim coming up? We must have 1,000 turkeys in this neighborhood now. Pulled over to look for my phone, found it on the seat, and look who's here. Just waiting for us right there. He's gonna ride down to Mayflower. Trying to see if we can get to Mayflower Beach in the middle of a summer day. I want to see this truck go by. GPM, that's a cool truck. How about this one? Hop away. Turn hop. Therma-true doors. Traffic jam. Tide comes in. You get to form a conga line of transportation to higher ground.
Southwest Florida. By Marco.
Thanks for having us.
Bye, Tim.
Bruce.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah, Tim.
Tim, take it easy, my friend.
4:15.
Me take it easy?
Yeah.
How about you take it
I only
easy?
take it easy.
You said
It's good to see you.
Yeah.
Back here all day tomorrow, too.
Mike,
All right?
so fun seeing you today.
not a lot of great
Very
AC
nice to
in
meet
there.
you. It was nice to meet you.
You're
All right.
somehow making that look
I don't
easy.
feel comfortable getting filmed. I don't know why. it wheels itself.
If you weren't such an interesting person, you probably would not be on Out the Door, Weather and
I
More.
don't think I'm that interesting.
I think you're very interesting.
You know? I don't know what that shot's doing.
I think one of the biggest draws here on the north side of Cape Cod is how far the tide goes out. And even though the tide's turned around, right now it's still going out toward the ocean here, well, up against the dune. With the wind, just fascinating. So fun. So warm. So out there, the water is coming up and in. And where I'm standing, 100 yards north, the water is actually still going out toward the ocean right here and down. Have I ever mentioned how much I love waves? Everywhere. There are waves on waves on waves, and they're all beautiful. How many times have I mentioned that gulls point into the wind so they can take off really quickly? Or not. so fun here, playing with the water. And if you time it right, you can own your own island for a few minutes with the incoming tide. When the tide comes in, it comes in pretty fast. So that's the last little sandbar. Be high tide in a couple of hours. Everyone will pack in up here. You can come to the beach without a sticker after 5 o'clock and not have to pay and be right part of that party right there. If you know the right people, you can actually go to Chapin's and walk back.
Let's go.
Through the hole. I can't tell anybody this is zip code or the combo. Who's the rock sculptor? Yeah.
Friend, hope I see you again. Come down anytime.
Oh, absolutely. Look at that. We saw Juna's garden before, and last year's out the door. We'll come back again when the tomatoes ripen.
Yeah, another week or so to be here.
Yep. And that toy right there. Just drive it around town. The message from people that live near the most popular beach on the East Coast, and if you try and park there, forget about it. And they said that the hydrangea weren't going to bloom on Cape Cod this season. What they say is not always right. Hey, what's your name? Where are you from? Nice to meet you. Good night, everybody. Final sail. That's a good one. Yeah, me too. Beautiful final sail. Beautiful Wednesday night. Thursday, not so much. There's the sturgeon moon. 6 hours later, this is where the water comes up to. And guess what? It's still packed. Packed and jacked. Cannot believe I am still here. That was not part of the plan, but it's so nice. How can you not? What do you got to say for yourself?
Snoopy.
Charlie Brown.
T-Rex lives. I'm part of the T-Rex fan club.
Yeah, you are. Look at this. The beach is packed. The sun's going to be down in a few minutes. So great.
Outside.
Tide's going back out now.
Probably about, I'd say like 75 maybe degrees.
Really nice. This is pretty unreal. It's passing 7:30. Tide's going back out. I can't stop making videos because the weather can't stop being awesome. It is so comfortable here. The temperature must be about, I don't know, maybe 75, 77. There's a little smoke in the sky, adding texture to the sunset. It is so comfortable. The humidity is not bad. I guess I can understand why this is one of the most popular beaches on the face of the planet.
Tim, you gotta turn around. You gotta turn around. I gotta.
Surreal.